is that much better than anyone else. And it's that they're good on both halves.
Yeah.
They can get numbers on both sides. We talked about the fakes a little bit, how Olaf holds people in place. It's usually Olaf that throws them. He's not the only one.
Yeah. So
yeah, Olaf switched it up.
Yep.
So now he's ready for this close fight. He's got
yeah,
the
but you
CZ
do have
75.
smoke flash on that one as well. It does look like they're running the same play though.
Well, it looks that way so far. Fugly's a little bit more passive. In fact, they're going to slow it down just a little bit sooner so that smoke will go back out. But as we mentioned, Olaf this time has...
He changed pistols.
Yep.
He's so sneaky.
Yeah. Well, this is a high rate of fire. So now if they rush him, he's got a better chance to potentially do more damage. And they're already pushing through, but they're past him this time. That's your bomb. So he actually pushes through and catches the bomb. This gives him a chance to play it in reverse. He does get caught by Nitro. That's important. But this pulls Pronax off the drop. Crims has already rotated. Fugly, though, gets JW. That's your flank player. So this is starting off. Liquid's actually responding to the weaknesses they had the previous time, but not getting the entries they did. So it's a complete shift at the same site.
Yeah. Yeah, you actually saw there that both teams did exactly the same thing.
This time, though, we're 2-on-1 for the reverse. It's going to be Fnatic that have the man advantage. Nitro's the one that's still standing. 85 HP for him. And 86 and 100 for both Crims and Flusha. And Nitro spotted. They're not even going to give him the time of day to sit and get comfortable. They'll take the fight to him and peek him at the same time. And like we said, that round actually changed it up. They caught JW lurking, but they didn't get all the way in the site.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you were saying, they caught JW lurking. They were just waiting for him because they knew. So both teams actually essentially ran the same strat. It's just that Olaf Ami changed his pistol from the 5.7 to the CC, managed to get that one person, which is key, and then it still looked like to be going into Liquid's favor, but they just never reached the site. Yeah, obviously the SMGs, of course.
SMGs are out like crazy. Flusha's the only one with the P90 though, so it's only going to be $300 kill reward for him, but still lots of bullets in that magazine. Lots of pages to be turned. Olaf, this time, slightly different angle, but still up close with the MP7. Pronax, a little bit different under drop. They'll avoid the flash. They're going to jump down, but Liquid does find the burst. It's Nitro again, and they trade it out. So despite that Olaf finds one at long, Alicia's already found Pronax. This forces Olaf to get back inside the site, and they've given up an SMG. Flusha's still got his P90, but there's one down. Daps with the Tech 9 needs to do more damage. Fugly's actually the one to find Flusha. And this puts us down to a 2-on-2. HP very low, but still a man advantage as they caught Olaf with that Tech 9. And JW's going to take the fight. He's not going to wait at all. He goes right in, but the bomb's still down inside the window. Daps is trying to find the angle. Playing it passively, though. Bring around the Rosie right now. The good news for Flusha, or pardon me, for JW, is that he has got into connectors, so if bomb gets picked up, he's still in a good position to cover off both sites. But Daps, did he know he was there? I'm not sure he spotted him. Needs to be so careful, and JW gets the better of it. So Liquid give them a good effort right there. SMGs didn't actually get a lot of kill reward in the round. It was JW who picked up a lot with the P90. But now they'll upgrade.
Yeah, they started off well, Liquid, getting all those initial picks, and they had the smokes and everything to actually try to get into the site. But being so passive, you just letting all of Fnatic actually just come and help their team instead of just doing it fast, so they actually do not have the time to do so. They could have probably won that round if they played a little bit faster, so JW didn't have time to rotate. It was a good eco nonetheless.
Yeah, so with the SMGs going down and coming into the pending third round, we do have the rifles already up for Fnatic. 2 M4s out, JW, Olaf, the two players holding onto those. Pronax changing his angle again this time, as we saw double flash come over. This time they won't catch him at all. It's, again, just plays an angle he can fall. Nitro does find him though, so Nitro's entries have been quite solid, but Crims with the double, that slows things down massively before Adren goes back into him. And look at Olaf from long range, has the angle to hold into the drop and at long. And he'll get a third. Nice shot actually for the last one.
Yeah. So here we go. We're probably not gonna see an op though. Nope, we're not from Liquid.
They would have to go glass cannon.
Yeah, Fugly could actually drop an op if he wanted to, but they're not going to. So I guess we'll see here if they actually do have a plan, if they actually worked on their cobble.
And they'll split it up this time as well. So guns out, but look at the aggression on the A side. Flusha already up at long A. Elise needs to take the fight down low against JW. And Adren's going to eat a bit of damage from that nade. Only a minor, very minor amount. 4 damage, but they've got him checked off. And this is now, okay, so Pronax, this is where he was effective. Olaf's already found one out toward long B on Daps, but this is where Pronax gets close. Now that he knows guns are out, he'll play it very tight on that angle, because that flash actually has to come in either really shallow so we can push against the wall, or deep, and if it goes too deep, it bounces off the pillar just above him, and he'll avoid it just by turning. So he has a good position to dodge that flash again.
Yeah, and we see smokes as well.
That changes him, forces him out.
Yeah, the problem here that Liquid did not get any map control. So you see all of Fnatic, they're all going towards B. And they just left that one person on A. This is going to be extremely tough for Liquid to actually get this site.
Olaf goes passive, though. So based on the read, this is interesting because they've actually got 2 players outside a drop. Pronax up close. He could actually fall back and help. And where he goes passive, that gives up a little bit more room. So Adren finding that kill gives Liquid a chance to walk around the corner, but Pronax won't let them go any further. He's already found a double, and JW contributes on the third. They're going nowhere fast, and they're all dead.
Yeah, and that's the thing about not taking map control, especially on a map like this. The map is kind of big, especially for you saw Flusha being so aggressive on the A bomb site. If you would have just taken some map control, maybe forcing JW back towards the site, it gives him less time to actually rotate, to actually help out his teammate. But since that didn't happen, Fnatic had 4 players there, so it didn't really matter if Olaf actually went defensive, knowing that, yeah, even if I go down, we have 3 more guys waiting for him.
Adren catches JW early. So that's 1 lurk player at A, and they're going to take advantage of this. But here you go. We talked about it. By getting that far forward at A, you've got a lot of time to rotate your player and connector back. So Crims is already there. He finds a Liege. Flusha domed up on the way back out. Olaf, by the way, does have an op in this round, but again, he's over at B. In fact, he's going to go even further than that. He's in the B tunnels behind Team Liquid right now. Just has to bide his time because they're going nowhere. Again, they can't find the opening at all in toward the bomb site.
Yeah. It's very risky.
That's an op up.
Yeah,
So
especially
now
knowing it's 1 minute left. Yeah, there you see Adam picking up the op and he gets it. It's very risky, especially when there's so much time left on the clock. If he goes down there like you did, you give the op to your opponent and it's a 3-on-2. Yeah, and you see B is completely open now. So they're taking a gamble here, Fnatic. I think that's the correct call. Just to wait it out.
This is interesting though because I was actually thinking a save might have been possible, but look at Crims up close. Once they had the man advantage and 2 guns picked up, they were definitely going to go for it. Unfortunately, that is exactly the wrong thing to happen to them. So even when it looked positive, it looked like they had a chance. Crims catches them off. Double for him, and it's just Fugly left. He's going to go down on the way through. Crossfire already set up. They're getting lots of kills out. They are taking men down on the Fnatic side. They're just not getting anywhere near the bomb site.
Yeah, it's the execution that's lacking right now from Team Liquid. I mean, getting that up was great, right? And then you see Fnatic, very smart play by Crims, actually pushing the hallway just to make sure, okay, I need to clear out something here. I can't just stay passive and just wait for them to make their move. I have to make the move first. And he managed to get 2, and he gets the 3rd one later as well. And it gives, then they don't have to take that much of a gamble to just stack one site, which they did.
And interestingly, Adren goes right back to the op. So we'll see if he can find another kill with it this time. As Olaf wants to get aggressive in this smoke. Okay, so actually just plays it off, pushes the second one out. He does that. He kisses the smoke. We're seeing more and more players do that to dodge the flash that goes through.
Yeah.
As we see there, that flash goes a little deep. Even if he doesn't dodge it, he's in the smoke and undercover. Daps, though, finds Olaf, so overstays his welcome as that smoke slowly dissolves. Good counter flash out on Elige, though. They know Flush is up close, so they won't take that fight, but slows down the push. Can Pronax hit the shot? Loses a lot of HP, down to 15. Daps down to 27 in response. Nitro, meanwhile, is going to open up A site. That's Flush it down, and now they've got them split. Bomb is over toward A. There's only 1 rotator in position. That's going to be JW, and he's already found. So Nitro is making the difference now, and they've got their best chance to secure a bomb site. Flusha, or pardon me, Crims held back by Daps, who is lurking, so he'll be even slower to arrive at the party on A. And Pronax on low HP is already going to get caught. Good hold on the angle from Elige, and they'll just wait this out. Crims has very little movement to use, as he's got players on all sides.
Yeah. That was a pretty decent round by Liquid. Again, you saw them lost the entry. They kept on going though. They kept on trying to get the map control, and it paid off. They got the site. I think it was Flusha. Then, you know, knowing that JW was there before, they couldn't spot him on site. They just decided to smoke off the connector area, rush the site. Nitro with 2 raid frags that round. That just basically secured them the round.
And the other thing too is they split it that time. They had actual players enter on B. Fnatic's been so used to them fully committing, they rotated 2 players into connector. And like you said, the second one was JW. He couldn't get back in time.
Yeah, so it's a great round, and this is how Liquid should play pretty much every single round. You know, all of these, you know, stacking into B and just try and walk in through the smoke with that one flash. It's not necessarily going to pay off.
Look at Cadian. I love that Cadian highlights this for us,
yeah,
so we don't have to.
Cadian is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously a full buy from Fnatic. He didn't have that much money because they kept on losing a lot of men, like we were saying before, with Liquid actually getting the picks. It's just they couldn't execute onto the site. So this is an important round for Liquid. Winning this one is going to force Fnatic onto a save.
Yeah, and the other thing is we just saw JW firing with his pistol. If Liquid read too much into this and think they've broken the economy too soon, they're going to be surprised because, like we've seen, there are 3 scouts out. Now, keep in mind, Fnatic in the past have done these aggressive force buys. They've got the money to make this sustainable with head armor this time, but they've done these aggressive force buys and actually paid the price for it down the road and given up far too many rounds defensively. We'll see if that's the case. Olaf's already got 1 tag onto Adren. Nitro's down low as well, and he's already caught. 70 damage comes out. That's far too much for what he had left. And Crims is on this off angle with the M4, so now they're getting slowed down, and Elysius, actually gets the kill in return. I thought for sure he was going to go down to that M4. The incandescence of the fire in front of him, and he still finds the kill as Olaf's still on that backside. Now that wall is slightly too high. You can't jump over that one to get the scout shot from there.
Yeah, no, and you saw there, like, Liquid actually going towards the side a little bit slow.
Good lurk from Fugly. Comes in late. There's 2 for him. JW the second of which to drop. This opens up everything. And Flusha, although he has the scout, finds himself in a very lonely situation. As Cadian highlights, there's only 10 seconds, but the bomb will go down as it was already being planted. And Flusha, wow, okay. CZ75, make it 2. He's got this down to a 1-on-1, and Fugly's very low on HP. 2 HP only to work with. And that smoke's going to go off. That'll cover off one side of the site. If he fires through it and gets caught, he may just do that. It's going to go to Flusha. And there you go. Fugly thinks he's holding the defuse. And with the AK out, or pardon me, with the CZ75 out and only 15 HP, Flusha pulls off a 1v3.
That should never happen. Having the bomb down on a map like this, sure, I understand that he gets the first one on the bomb side, right? Why peek him? Why keep on peeking him? You don't have to. Like, you don't, like, just wait. Yeah, sure, it doesn't matter if he has the kid or not. You don't have to peek him. Yeah, sure, you might have sold your mate on the B bomb or on the bomb plant, but it doesn't really matter. It's a 2-on-1, bomb is down, just play the bomb.
Man, and again, Fugly had no HP to take the fight, so even if he spams through the smoke, which he has to do preemptively, the gig's up. So that was a big win for Fnatic.
Yeah, they did have money to buy though, but as you can see, they don't have a lot of mates, which will not work in their favor. Especially throwing that, again, they're throwing the Molotovs here, but that's just a precaution. They're scared, right? You didn't see him actually take any map control from that Molotov, not at all. So he's just wasting his nades for no apparent reason. Sure, I understand it's a fake, right? But when you don't hit the site, if you just throw a flash, Fnatic's a great team. They're not going to fall for that. It's like, yeah, 1 flash, okay, everyone back up, they're coming. It's not going to happen.
No, not going to happen at all.
Yeah.
And like you say, there's not enough investment to make it executable elsewhere if they don't have any nades left.
Yeah, because now you see Daps have 1 smoke left.
The interesting thing is, though, that because they lost so many men, and they did go for that really aggressive buy last round with the 3 scouts, they're still quite weak in terms of economy on Fnatic's side. If they win this one, they'll be right back into it fully, but we see 2 FAMASs and the MP7 for Crims.
25 seconds left. They have 1 smoke to work with, and no flashes left.
Yeah, JW in a reasonably good spot to get the first one. Now, he can get pinched quite easily. Yeah, exactly. You can't readdress that angle, and there's nowhere else to go, so Nitro finds Flusha as well. Pronax wants to go for this retake, setting up for this flash over top. Thinks better of it. As he spams through, Daps did cross over just before that. Crims is going to find him. So 2 up, and again, bomb down. This time they need to be patient. We saw what happened last time. If they just don't peek, they've got a chance, and Adren's going to hold this crossfire angle. Needs to be so careful Pronax doesn't check him, and he will. There's the first, but there's 2 there, and that means they'll get him. Good trade out from Olaf, and he's going to find the second. Nitro had nowhere to go. They were on either side. No matter where he went to hid, someone was already looking.
Yeah. Same thing there. I mean, yeah, sure, they got Ramses, right? They got the bomb side, they got the bomb down. That was all great. Lost the after plant once again. This time they didn't necessarily peek it though, but I think it depends on the bomb site. So on this bomb site, the A bomb site, you want to try and get a crossfire, so they actually don't reach the site. Whereas on the B bomb site, because it's so open, there's not a lot of places where they can actually defuse the bomb and hide. But you have so many places to actually hide and be able to play that bomb.
Yeah, which again is surprising about that last round we saw, that 1v3. But once it was into a 1-on-1, it was only ever going to go Flush's way with the HP the way it was, especially with that smoke that he had left. So again, saving nades for Fnatic paid off. This time, smoke going to be executed on B. This flashes off Olaf. He's in behind the tree, so he won't get spotted. Man, he was in the open when they came through. Nitro does find your entry again. He makes it 2. That's Pronax down a drop as well, and he's going to make it a 3rd. catches Olaf, so he's quick to move, and Olaf had nowhere to hide. Flusha does finally come around and silence him. JW tries to go for the no-scope, tags him up. But luckily, Adren comes around the backside. 15 HP for Adren, 100 for Flusha. We've seen this situation before, and this time there's no bomb down for Liquid to work with. It becomes even harder. Fire's still on the site. Adren does have the bomb in his hands, but needs to be so careful as Flusha is getting closer and closer to his position. Oh, and he spams away. Tech9's not going to do anything there. A little bit of damage, down to 57, but it gives away his position more than anything. But still, Flusha wants to change his angle. And Adren's going to go for the op. This is very interesting. Is up close. Oh, and he almost hit it. That would have been an absolutely brilliant play. But Flusha gets away alive, and the Tech9 can't do it. Down to 13. Reasonable effort from Adren.
Is this Call of Duty? He's just jumping around with his M4.
I made that reference actually last weekend. I better not do it twice, or Valve's going to fire me.
Well,
very
I
quickly.
said that now, so
Yeah.
you're off the hook.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, again, Fnatic are really good at situations like that when they're, you know, even if they're men down, those clutch situations they're very good at. That's why you don't like so Fnatic or for Liquid there they actually hit the site.
JW went naked, completely glass cannon, no armor, and as a result, aim punch down to 7 HP on just a tag. So Flusha actually gets a Dren, but Elige does still find an entry. That's with the P250. Immediate response, and Olaf turns around. He's already got 2 in the round. Dap silences him. And they're deep in, but JW's still alive, still has this pistol, only the 7 HP. They just need to tag him up once, and they do. Fugly does find him eventually. Crim's now on the way around. Will catch out him. So this still gives them a good position here to pinch the site, and that's exactly what they do.
Yeah, good thing to mix it up for Liquid there. Going a little bit faster caught Fnatic a little bit off guard, especially when JW didn't have an armor, so it worked well.
The interesting thing is that a lot of these rounds have been very close. The score's 9-1.
Yeah, but look at the economy for Fnatic. Yeah, so even though it's
Exactly.
9-1, they've been dying so many times, they don't have any money.
It's just a shame Liquid aren't taking the fight late. They're getting the entries, but like you're saying so many times, they aren't getting close enough to the bomb site to do anything with it. They're not taking the control they're giving themselves.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That the initial round or the initial 30 seconds or minute from Liquid, they're doing it good because they're getting the picks. It's just execution on the sites could be a lot better.
Well, they've been around for a little while, but still a very young roster. Don't have a lot of international experience. This does give them a demo to go back and at least review and say, okay, guys, our problem is, you know, because individual skill right now, they're actually scaling fairly well against Fnatic. Obviously, some errors of inexperience, perhaps you could say, in that 1v3, but Nitro overall has been finding kills. JW again gets aggressive, takes a brunt of damage, and there you go. Nitro finds Pronax again. That's drop opened up, and he's opened up that spot so many times, but look, they still do nothing with it.
Yeah. Especially known because it's Pronax, right? And they just saw JW push the A halls.
Yeah, which should be a read that your second player on A is going to be passing.
Look at the rotate now. All Fnatic. They're all there.
Yeah, so they go nowhere. Olaf's already shut them down on one angle. Crim's on the backside. Flush is going to get a Liege, and it just falls apart. Adren's got 1 HP. And the shadow of a bullet was all that was needed from him. The USB takes him down from Flusha. And again, the opening kill.
You saw, yeah, and that was so funny actually. Like I was just watching the radar. They get the entry on Pronax. They know that JW is pushing into, or like from the A bomb site, like very far into mid actually. They still wait, maybe a good 20 seconds, and then all Fnatic is on the B bomb site even before they hit the site. There's no way they can actually manage to get the site when that happens. You know, you get the pick. You know it's Pronax. You know JW push. You go right away.
And JW again changes his angle. This time he's not from long A, but still getting a little bit aggressive down toward mid. There's a player that was just off to his right, but it's a Legion. He's evaded. He's gone back toward the rest of his team. If that nade, oh, if that hadn't hit the box, that was big damage onto 2 players.
And you see here again.
That flash does actually catch Olaf that time, but Crims is on the crossfire. He'll pick up 3. Olaf only gets the 1 assist before he gets taken down. But just by staying alive, they come in with the blinders on. And look at Crims cleans up the round. That's an ace. Just by playing a slightly different angle, Crims completely mows them apart.
Yeah. I'm lost for words right now. I'm lost for words.
And
again,
they followed each other's footsteps. It's not like one turned right and tried to drop through the crack in the wall. It was just, we'll just keep going out straight.
Yeah, and they keep on doing the same thing there. They try to do the same thing again, right? You know, all 5 together, wait for the smoke. Problem is, the Fnatic, they know that they'd like to actually get information. They know that they didn't see anyone mid. They know that you're going to be all 5 at B.
Smoke flush off at Danger. That forces JW to change up his angle. Nitro's going to find him as well. Counter flash out from Flusha. Has the SMG to get up close. Lots of bullets to fire. Crims actually is forced to draw back on the backside of A as a result, because with one aggressive and one down, there's nobody home on the site. Pronax does find a liege on the cross. Crim's going to get Adren on the way in. And it's all falling apart again as Pronax finds Daps. They had no answer. Finally, Crims does open up Nitro on the... Or pardon me, reverse that. Nitro opens up Crims on the backside, but they're completely pinched. And Flusha came back through Danger behind them. So Fugly, 1-on-3, just to Tech 9, and look at the... Oh, we just saw that laser come in behind him. There you go. Olaf was there.
Yeah, so, I mean, they should still buy here. And
we haven't even mentioned money bonus, but that's pretty obvious at this point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would say so, but overall, like you were saying, we were talking about it before, that with the pistol, like, oh yeah, they seem to know at least something, right? They have a plan, they have some smokes and flashes. Okay, sure, having one smoke and one flash, yeah, sure, it's something, right? But we don't have an initial line of thinking where, well, where are you going with this round that you're doing right now? Then you're not going to win, especially not against Fnatic.
And this time it's back to a little more default. Olaf is a bit more passive. It's interesting that he's been more passive in this game than normal. Normally he's up close every round, but the way that they're smoking it and flashing through, it does force him off a little bit. So this is potentially something for other teams to look at as well, because normally Olaf is the one that top frags right now, but he's forced back a little bit further time and time again in this particular matchup. And will be the one to throw out that secondary smoke, bounce it off the box. Now Olaf with no
yeah,
one
look at
out.
JW. He's pushing. There's no one here, guys. They're going B.
Crims already finds one. Pronax does massive damage to Fugly. Daps does push through the smoke. That catches Olaf. But again, this is similar to the pistol round that we saw, the second pistol round in specific, because they went the same strategy. They don't push through, though. Now they're just stacked up, and Flush is holding an angle so easy through the box, and there's nowhere for these last two players to go.
Yeah, and this one... Just leave, at least leave one guy in mid. You know JW's gonna push. You know this.
We saw, I think it was Daps that threw over the wall at the long hallway to block off the connector at the front of the rectangle, the garden, or whatever you want to call that. That smoke actually could work the way that they're reversing. When they rotate a player in a connector, the player that's inside drop actually plays that reverse angle out toward long. If they can get that smoke out more, cancel out Olaf early, then they have a chance to get to the backside of the site, but they're never getting there.
See you again. Fnatic pushing, just getting that initial map control, because that's key even for the CTs. They're doing a good job at it. And Liquid, they don't have a response.
And Pronax catches Daps. That was very efficient play from Flusha, because they knew he was actually aggressive and long. They wanted to come up Danger behind him, and one Molotov holds them off. So when he resumes the duty, he gets aggressive again, and no idea he was there that time.
Yeah, they're just getting run over.
Olaf has one player already pushed in, though. Has to be so careful. Somehow survives. Gets away with only 5. The nade will do the rest from Adren, but that's all it will do, and we have a 14-1 score line. Now, this may not seem surprising, Fnatic versus Team Liquid, but based on the way the round started, it actually kind of is that Liquid couldn't close out. This could have easily been, I think there was 5 other rounds that they could have had.
Oh yeah, I mean, 2 afterplant rounds where they should have won. Just misplace on the B bomb site. They peeked instead of hiding. On the A bomb site, they got the bomb down afterplant. They hid instead of peeking, knowing that they're actually getting into the A bomb site. It's a lot more difficult. So yeah, a lot of mistakes that cost Liquid a lot of rounds, and this is why they only have 1 round coming into the CT side.
And Elige, the newest player on the roster, finished out with only 4 in that half. Remember, he replaced Nafla. It was slightly before all the roster. Shuffle, Flush is going to open it up. Dap's already down. Glock train fires away.
And you see all of them as well. He's the final raid boss. Tech 9 armor.
Yep. I think someone said there was a stat that, like, in the last couple months, that's his most used weapon or something.
I can imagine why. Like, yeah, I can imagine why.
So Olaf's going to push it out. He's already on to B. Fnatic haven't committed either way, although this is long rotations, and when they're walking in specific, it is a lot longer. So this indicates that they should eventually commit to B. Now that smoke gives away a position, so Olaf's going to pop up and take that shot. It's Nitro that's down very low now, 65 HP. Adren's also getting tagged up to 44 on the A side as they're just trying to hold him in place with one player, one lurk player, and it's being successful so far. Flusha finds one on the way through. Pronax eventually does take down Nitro on the backside. And remember, if this pistol round goes the way of Fnatic, we're on match point already. Elige gets one. They're finally coming alive. Make it 2 for him. Important that he at least gets some kills to get his confidence level up, moving on to Mirage. But here we go, match point already.
Yeah, and look at the difference in playstyles there, right? So you had Liquid for all 15 rounds almost on their T side. They didn't really take any map control. They didn't try and confuse Fnatic. You see Fnatic, even on the pistol round, all of them just managed to walk out in B, but Fnatic are still putting pressure on the A bomb side, so they can't actually rotate. They're keeping Team Liquid on their toes at all times and on both sides. That's the main difference here that you see, like, just from this one round, Fnatic versus Team Liquid.
Olaf gets through with the SMG this time. Now, he didn't realize there was a lot more players pushed up than there was. He found the first, but that smoke concealed the other 3, so there is still a bit of a stack on the B site. This forces them to thin up a little bit with Daps out toward danger. Look, again, 1 smoke. Fnatic is so good at utilizing just a single smoke to hold a player in position, so Daps is scared to push through it. He's not sure if there's someone waiting, and he doesn't get any information.
Yeah.
So yeah, he actually falls all the way back, whereas right now he could potentially be on the flank, similar to how we saw JW do things. However, JW is waiting for that lurk, so...
I mean, they need to take a gamble here, like when they just stack a site. They are with 3 people, but Daps over here on the A-bomb, so he should just he should just leave towards the B-bomb side right away.
Fugly's boosted up onto the tree. Nitro's already gotten aggressive on the back of that team flash. Does okay damage as we see Flusha down to 34, but they're going back, and they...
Yeah.
30 seconds. They will be able to make this, but Liquid need to read it early. Daps is already headed back over.
Yeah, but they're not